Hey, hi, howdy, hello. Let me make sure my volume's up. I'm gonna put it on like 90-ish. Hang on. So, I'm making me a midnight snack. I hope you all are doing okay. So, I watched a video put out by Villain. It's not really a video, it's kind of short. Um, Stating like, please don't be cussing out Tracy, which means for her to have said that, people actually have to have been cussing out Tracy. Mm. Where was where was that energy when Reaper ran off Jesse? Ran him off the platform, mocked him, told him he wasn't a man. Where was that energy when she was dragging my whole ass family across her screen, lying about me? I want to know where y'all's energy was when she was dragging my whole ass family across her nasty ass fucking computer screen. That was completely fine, I guess, for her to do. No, no, it wasn't. But now you see. Where was that energy when y'all stabbed me in the back to go hang out with her? Didn't go so well, huh? I tried to tell you guys. And I've tried to tell you, I've tried to tell you, I've tried to tell you, she's a snake. Did you listen? Nope. Instead, you dragged me and a mentally ill person all the way across the internet because we refused to stand down and take her shit. And the person that she got her quote unquote inside info from is about as credible as Lisa Richard. She was the only one dumb enough to run with it because I stood up to her, and she struck that video where she came up on panel. Did you know that? It was because she accidentally called herself out in about 3 or 4 lies on that panel. That's why she struck it. I'll be right back. Oh, but unfortunately for her, I still have it archived. They make these things called toasties, and they're really freaking good. It's got nacho cheese, like queso, in the middle of them. They're kind of like mozzarella sticks, but instead of mozzarella in the middle, it's got like queso dip. And I'm heating those up. Okay, golf. You wanna come up here? And there's your move. Yeah, that's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Yeah, you are a good boy. So yeah, this goes without saying. Don't go over there and harass Tracy just because you don't like the truth. I assure you, Tracy has the receipts, factual ones, because Villain backed her up. And what has happened here, I believe, is that Reaper, for quite some time, saw that Villain was credible, and she latched on to Villain because nobody questioned her because she's credible. And so she kind of flew under the radar, and everybody just kind of gave her a pass and automatically assumed that everything she said was true because she was friends with Villain. And I think friends is a loose term. Um, she was almost creepily um, protective, or like she was guarding her friendship with Villain, like making it into something it wasn't, kind of deal. In my opinion, she was creepy about it. Like if anybody else got close to Villain, she kind of got, a little butt hurt. But I had noticed a couple weeks back where one of them were kind of pulling away from Reaper. I think what had happened was they saw what she was doing and pulled back because a lot of the stuff she had said wasn't making sense, as was most of what she said. And now she's making snaky little remarks aimed at Villain on her community tab. She took some down, but she should already know that people have already screenshot it and probably sent it to Villain because she's being shady, thinking she's being slick, throwing these side swipey comments at her. And Reaper, I don't think you want to play with her. You are too weak of a bitch to be throwing shade at Villain like that. Especially when it's your own actions and your own words that got you where you are today, Reaper. And quite frankly, Reaper, it's been a long time coming because you go around this platform just vomiting false information out about people, slandering the ever loving fuck out of people, defaming them. And then if anyone has the audacity to stand up to you, you go complete life ruination shit with them, and you make up these horrible stories and spread them all over the fucking internet, and you alienate them and you bully them until they leave this platform. But surprise, bitch, you're not going to bully me. You tried. You thought you dragging my entire family across your screen would do it. No, bitch, you're not going to get away with it. and you were so desperate that you literally took quote unquote evidence from someone 100 times less credible than Lisa Richard. Right, Shelley? And Shelley, it's like this. I've never dragged Shelley into anything. Shelley and I are friends, but yet not one time have I ever dragged Shelley into my fights on the internet. Not one time. Shelley, how many times have I asked you to fight my fights for me? April, have I ever, as a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you a different question, April. Hey, April, honey, how many times have I asked you to go fight my fights for me versus how many times, April, have I asked you not to do that? I don't ask my audience to go fight my fights for me. Matter of fact, when they come to me angry as hell because they know what's being said about me is a fucking lie, they know that for a fact. So it really pisses them off when they see these crotch goblins out here running their mouths because they know for a fact and have seen the paperwork that proves that they're lying. And they want to fight for me. They want to go to bat for me, but I will not let them. I have asked, no, don't do that. I will handle it. I can take it. I can handle it. I fight my own fights. However, Reaper likes to be kind of snide about it. She will give you the inclination, oh, I'm such a victim. Nobody's defending me. She gaslights the shit out of her audience. And if you stand up to her, if she can't find something to come after you with, she will fabricate it. She will pull it straight out her tubby ass. That's how she found, well, she didn't find Moon. Moon found her. Kind of like, ooh, I can't wait for that. I'm going to keep that one under my sleeve. Um, Moon and her creatures have gone around to anyone that will have them in their chat and beg random content creators to come and attack me with the fuck shit that they send them, which is fabricated, by the way. It's horse shit because I've had people come to me and be like, hey, they sent me a bunch of crap, but it's clearly edited, it's clearly bullshit, and they want me to attack you. Yeah, exactly, Shelly, 0 times. But I said back when she did what she did to Tammy that she was a horrible person, that she was a liar, because I caught her out in 3 lies within 5 minutes of her coming up on my panel. Because at first she says, I don't even know a Tammy. Tammy who? And I'm like, are you serious right now? And she's like, I don't know a Tammy. I don't know nothing about no Tammy. No Tammy who? You're attacking my husband. No, I'm not attacking your husband. You weirdo. That is always her deflection. If you call her out, yeah, there's a reason she has fraudulent in her name. I bet you she snickered every time she conned you out of money. I can guarantee it. Oh, by the way, when she was telling you all that she was homeless in her car with a small child, she was lying. Her kid that she was claiming was the small child was a grown adult and not even with her at that time. She conned y'all, and she was willfully homeless, by the way, because she wanted to go move closer to her Minecrafting boyfriend, not husband. What's it say if you drag your kid across the country because of a convict that you get to see once a week? If you did have a small kid in your car, living in your car, ma'am, so you could go see your locked up boyfriend, that says more about you than it does anyone else. And the fact that you want to sit here and rake people over the coals and lie on them, I find ironic, considering your track record and the fact that you have an active warrant for your arrest, and you have the audacity to sit here and throw shade at Lisa Richard. At least Lisa Richard doesn't have an active bench warrant, Reaper. And you know what? I don't, Moon came after me and she's went, I don't know, countless other content creators and got her little hand smacked a couple of times. But I'm not even going after Moon because Moon didn't attack Tammy. Reaper did. Right. Hey, Eric. Tammy is a good woman, and she did what she did for Reaper out of the kindness of her heart. She didn't have to help her. But what got me involved was Tammy had come in here and I was like, I like Reaper's videos. And I did. I thought they were pretty decent, until I figured out that she was supporting a violent criminal. I had no idea. I had no idea about a lot of the things she was doing behind the scenes. She came on here getting money from people, claiming she was going to have Lisa arrested, claiming she was behind the scenes, all up like involved in the detectives' investigations. No, she wasn't. Like, you cannot go around slandering the crap out of people like you did me. You knew absolutely fuck all about what you were talking about when you talked about me, Reaper. You ran with cropped, doctored, chopped up crap because it fit your narrative. You didn't stop to think what kind of effect in real life that could have. Because, quite frankly, bitch, I'm dealing with enough without your crap. Not only that, but you took a mentally ill person and you bullied her relentlessly and then had the audacity to go and say, oh, I didn't bully her. I didn't even talk about her. Yes, you did. You even had her face in the freaking thumbnail. And then you allowed people to sit there and mock her deceased dog. You allowed it in your chat. You laughed about it, you evil bitch. I don't know how people couldn't have seen who you were then. And then Jessica Chastain wants to act all surprised when you turn on her, but I mean, you've turned on everybody else. Hey, Jessica, did you get your money back from Reaper? I guarantee you didn't. At least I sent you what little you did donate, I sent it back. I didn't even ask you a question, I just sent it back. Because unlike Reaper, I'm not depending on my YouTube to pay all my bills because I can't get off my ass and go work. I work for a living. I do this when I can. And you think I'm making bank on my channel? I'm not. 90% of the time, I don't even post my Cash App. So, good luck. But anyway, Reaper is not a credible source of information. I think we have all learned that by now. And if any one of you over there have any resemblance of courage, of, I don't know, morals, you could come apologize to me. But if you don't want to apologize to me, that's fine. But I would appreciate it if you lot would come and apologize in her nest of lies. I think the least you all could do is apologize to Tammy. Because I give fuck all. You can't drag somebody's kids across your nasty ass screen and expect an apology to be enough. Because it's not. Now, will I allow you to come in here and watch whatever content I play? Yes. Thank you, Eric. I am a single mom, and I'm proud of it. I guess I could start off on the foot of forgiveness. I will allow some of you to come back if you want to. But it's going to take quite a bit for me to ever trust you again. I'm just going to put it out there. Eventually, I may forgive you. But with what I'm going through right now, it's not very likely to happen anytime soon. Anyway, I am going for my peace, mine, not yours, for my peace. I am going to give a blanket of forgiveness. That doesn't mean I'm going to trust you or take you back. That just means for my own peace, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to be the bigger person, but I will show facts so that this doesn't happen to yet another innocent person who does not deserve it. Tammy Tammy is owed an apology, and for that matter, quite frankly, I am too. By quite a few people, actually. But we're gonna look at Tracy's video, and we're gonna listen to her bullying. Is I'm gonna need my mons to eat it. We're not gonna start in the middle just in case there are some newbies in here that don't understand what's going on. I'm going to start at the very beginning and we're going to work up to the last video that came out. I encourage all of you to go and subscribe to Tracy Unfiltered.
So Reaper.
Hold on. I'm going to share her link unless one of my mods wants to grab it.
I gotcha. Our video in supporting Lisa. Maybe she did allegations that were straight up saying she paid Lisa to make content on her.
These content creators that are giving her money to keep her going live, Mandy, Tracy, stop. It's enough. If you can't come up with content using other people who are just as bad as her, not worse, but just as bad as her, like Victoria, Lori, Danny, Gabby, there are all kinds of other people you can make content on. However, Mandy never even made content. She just got on multiple times a day and acted like a newscaster. Enough, because you're helping her get money. Not only by you, but you're pushing other people, new people, to giving her money. This has got to stop. It has to stop. Number one, she is killing herself, and you are helping her. And if you give her more money, and something bad does happen to Lisa, because she gets a highly laced crack rock with fentanyl, and you gave her money, I promise you, I will make sure you are held accountable for it.
But if any of you have seen my content, you know that I didn't make content on.
Hey Reaper, what about the money you got sent? You can be heard snorting shit in the back of a lot of your live streams, ma'am. Thank you, Shelly. You're the best. The link Shelly just shared, thank you. I was about to get that myself. Is Tracy Unfiltered's channel. Please, please go over there. Comment a nice comment, supportive comment. Do not go over there and harass her. Subscribe to her channel. Give her a like, a thumbs up, and rally around her because we all over here know how Reaper can be and how much of a bully she can be when people try to call her out for her shitty behavior. Exactly, Fallen. That was my point. Reaper's lies are dangerous, by the way, because they're inflammatory. The kinds of lies Reaper and Moon carry around and scream from rooftops could legitimately anger people to a dangerous level. It's insane to me how many videos there are on Reaper by not just one or two people. Like, take me, for instance. There's videos, but it's the same two people doing them. not countless people who have caught on to my scams everywhere, but the same two fucking people, because everybody they go around to trying to incite them to attack me look at what they've got and say, no, I'm good. Thanks. Meanwhile, one of them, not Reaper, is about to get raked over the coals herself, so she might want to, I don't know, stop lying on people. Because if she thinks she's gotten away scot free from the Carly thing, she would be mistaken. Just hasn't got to her yet. Well, I tried to warn people quite some time ago, Sue. When she came after Tammy the way she did and attacked a mentally ill person, that right there should have told you she was not a good person. Exactly. Hey, Cupid. It's okay, Sue. I understand, and everybody be gentle with Sue. And here's the thing, if somebody comes in here confused, be gentle. Because you have to also remember that Reaper manipulated and gaslit people really bad. Reaper is insanely manipulative, and she's made a living her entire life off the back of being manipulative and gaslighting people. She's admitted to credit card fraud. Honest people don't commit credit card fraud. Honest people don't lie to their entire audience about how many theft charges they have. She lied to her audience and told her audience that when she was shoplifting, it was only chicken. It wasn't only chicken. We're going to go over that too. But my point is, do not be harsh with the people who come in here confused or lost, because that can be jarring when you get attacked just for not knowing. And over here, we don't do that to people. We are not Reaper. We do not fucking dogpile people because they didn't know. So please keep that in mind, guys. And I know you guys are gentle and you're kind and you're good people. I just don't want us to turn into a bully. And she gone. But just be gentle, okay? As we usually are. I just want to put that reminder out. When the opportunity presents itself to be kind, please do. Um, we're gonna go over her nest of lies. She wanted to come at me sideways. I think we should cover her because there is a rabbit hole on this woman. Like, she gaslit everybody. She had everybody fooled. Almost. Um, you're very welcome, Sue. Um, I understand how it can feel to trust somebody and then get manipulated into thinking that they are a good person when they aren't. I think everyone was so focused on the fact that Reaper covered Lisa that they didn't care to judge the caliber of a person that Reaper herself was. And Reaper herself is 1,000 times worse than Lisa Richard or anyone else she covers for that matter. She wanted to judge Victoria, but yet she was worse than Victoria because Reaper also called the clinic trying to get Lisa kicked out and was in the comment section laughing about it. So, Reaper, if you called the clinic out of quote unquote concern, why were you winky facing and snickering and laughing, talking about calling the clinic? No, you did it for clicks, you did it for views, you did it for ass pats, you did it for attention. The same exact reason Victoria did it. Now, if I were to believe one of the two of you did it out of concern, genuinely, it would have been Victoria. There's no way you did it out of genuine concern. I'm going to go get my snack.
On Lisa. I made like 2 videos 6 or 7 months ago on her. She said that I was paying her to go live so I could make content on her and that I needed to find somebody else to make content on. Now, why would that be, Reaper? Why would you want me to go make content on somebody other than Lisa? You said that if something happened to Lisa, you would make sure charges would be pressed on you. Well, that's funny. We're going to talk about that here in a second. The video that I have coming, Reaper, is going to hurt you because you have been lying to this community for a long time. You've been lying to a lot of communities for a long time, but this one especially, the people in this community that want real justice, that want Lisa to be held accountable, that have been screaming, why has she not been arrested? Let's talk about that. You've been telling everybody that there's this big case open on Lisa, that you work with the detectives and all the things. You know that ain't fucking true. And when this community hears that you've been lying all this time about it, making up phone conversations with detectives that don't exist.
Maze did say that she's kind of losing hope about the police department. Do you want to kind of go over anything, like
Yes.
that video too, what we heard today, stuff like that?
Yes. So I'm in constant contact with the detective now. Yes, I have lost hope as far as the PD there, but the detective did reassure me that the DA is about ready to jump. Then all of a sudden, somebody on TikTok, somebody sent it to me that somebody on TikTok called. That's right, you sent it to me. Somebody on TikTok called and spoke with one of the officers there, who basically said about the same thing that the detective told me. So I was like, okay, so they told somebody else the same thing. So that gives me hope that the DA is they're done with it. You have to remember that originally when I first started covering her and I was working with the PD and giving the detective all this information, it was mostly they were working with RICO charges. With RICO charges, they have to get it to a certain amount. Lisa never announces the exact amount that she gets. She never will. They have to go off of that. They have to go off of the live streams that I send them. So it can take a while for that amount to build up. Plus, there's all kinds of other stuff they're investigating, and these charges can take even a couple of years.
Telling them that you've been sending them all the proof and they're working on it.
Hey, dumbass. I swear to God, Reaper. You honestly gaslit your audience so bad that they actually believe that. I cannot. If there was a RICO investigation on Lisa Richard Reaper, they would not need you to send them videos. Matter of fact, they couldn't take them from you because they could have been tampered with, they could have been edited, they could have been chopped or cropped. If they needed Lisa Richards' videos, they would have obtained them herself. No, she doesn't. Reaper, probably. But Tracy doesn't do drugs. Thank you. Rico would not have needed Reaper to send them evidence because they would have got it themselves. Okay. Exactly, Fallen. But she makes it sound like without Reaper's evidence, they never could have exposed Lisa. That's a common thing. So she used Villain. She used Villain's credibility to garner her own credibility that she didn't earn. Because if you look back, nothing Reaper said was the truth unless she got it directly from Villain. Everything else, she exaggerated, she fabricated, she pulled shit out of her ass, she spread misinformation. How many times in the last 2 weeks have you seen her be forced to come on her platform and say, I got that wrong, I got that wrong, I got that wrong, yet not take any accountability for being wrong in spreading misinformation? You may have retracted it, Reaper, but by the time you retract it, it's too late because you already put it out there. You used the Villain's credibility to back you because you yourself are not credible because you lie so much. You have defamed and slandered the shit out of people on this platform simply for standing up to you or calling you out for getting shit wrong. Look what you did to Jesse. You ran that poor man off of his platform. You bullied him off of his own channel. And you gaslit your audience into thinking it was okay to do that. Then, when I stood up to you and I called you out for being the scammer you are, you came after me. With a bunch of fucking bullshit. You got off the same people who doxed my family to a pedophile. Great source for information you got there, Reaper. You got your information from somebody 100 times less credible than Lisa. This is Tracy. Tracy Unfiltered. I have her link. I'm going to pin her link actually. I've pinned her link to the top of the chat, babe. Go, sorry, I'm having a snack. Go subscribe, but be kind and gracious. And even if you don't want to interact, at least listen to what she has to say because even Villain has said that it's credible and true. It's okay, Sue. It's okay. Listen, Sue, we get it. We get it. I think we all have been fooled. I know I was fooled by Moon. I thought when I first started watching her that she was credible, but she isn't. She turned out to be a fucking nightmare and a psychopath. What, Gandalf? Do you want a cheesy square? Is that it? Why are you slapping at me? It's hot. You're gonna burn your tongue. Here, I'll pinch a little bite. Here, a little piece. That way, if it's too hot, you don't spit it at me. Do you want my food or do you just want my lap?
It takes time. There's a RICO case.
Boop. Sorry about that. It crashed. Because it's an asshole. But no, I understand what you mean. Undoubtedly, unobtainably worse. I found out the hard way that people just aren't credible. And once I started calling those things out, is when I started getting attacked. And most of the time, when I got attacked, it was because they were jealous of me, felt threatened by me, or got mad that people liked me better. like they had an inferiority complex. It's insane to me what people will do, the lengths people will go to. They go for absolute life ruination if you dare to stand up to them. Like scorched earth. Here, this dog legit just made me get up and get him an ice cream. I'm not kidding you. Gandalf didn't want my cheesy squares. He wanted an ice cream. So he made me get up and go get him an ice cream, and he didn't even eat it. The little turkey. My dog is spoiled. He is a brat. To the highest degree, he is a brat. But that's okay. You guys, if you want to see Gandalf, I've got videos up of Gandalf. Feel free. The more you like those videos, and the more you thumbs up those videos and leave cool comments on those videos, Gandalf videos you'll get. I'm totally bribing you. Because apparently where I'm at over the modem is not making it happy. Let's see if it cooperates here. Fucking pain in the ass. It
around and being told that there is a major case open on her, that there's this big investigation, like RICO case type stuff. It's crazy. But Zone One told me that there's absolutely nothing of the sort. And I was also told, like, perhaps maybe cyber crimes in Pittsburgh was dealing with her because it's an online scam type of deal. But they have nothing there. So you wouldn't have anything where you're at if they have nothing there, right?
No, I'm not aware of anything.
Okay.
Anything that they get would, with like a digital aspect, gets referred to us to assist them. We don't actually do any investigation.
Okay,
We assist other units and other officers and detectives.
I wonder what the community or feel when they find out that after the police talk to you from the
Did you all hear that? Hang on. Guess what I'm making? I'm making churros. It is. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna play a different one because for some reason I think her audio was messed up on that one. I'm making Hola churros bites with pink cinnamon sugar, and they are delicious. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get.
Are some things I need to say pertaining to Janelle. Now, in these things, Janelle gets mentioned. I want to make it very, very clear before I play this because I thought about just muting out her name, but I don't think that's the right thing to do here because people have heard it and that could cause issues. Janelle has been spoken to. There has been a conversation had, and Janelle does not like Nicole. Let me make that clear. Janelle is a not fan of Nicole in any way, shape, or form. Janelle's side of this is that she was asked to look at a screenshot that had something to do with Boss Lady and WTF. She didn't know the context. She had no clue of the context. She was asked to just check it out and see if she's seen any discrepancies in the screenshots. She didn't know what Nicole was doing. She had no idea of Reaper and Nicole. She didn't even know Reaper and Nicole were friends. She had no idea because Reaper hid that from her. She had hid that friendship from her as well. Which man, that's embarrassing, Nicole. She can't even tell her own friends she's friends with you. I'd be pissed. But yeah, I wanted to make it clear that Janelle did not have any idea what was happening. All she knew is that Reaper had asked her, "Hey, you want to get on this call with me and Nicole and look at these screenshots?" And in Janelle's world, of course, she wants to like help. She's trying to help, look to see if there's something wrong here, and but she didn't know the depth of what that was or what it was going to turn into. I believe Janelle. I think that she's definitely got drug into something here that she should not have been drug into. And from here on out, Janelle is not mentioned. Actually, Janelle's never been mentioned anywhere in anything that I have found, just this. So I truly believe that this was just an accident, a misfortunate situation here, and that unfortunately she was a casualty in this, and that's not right. That is not fair, and I truly, truly apologize to you, Janelle, that I made this mistake, that I should have reached out to you, and going forward I will not make the same mistake. I absolutely am very, very sorry that this was my fault, that I should not have assumed. I should not have um, not gotten your side of this. So I hope you can accept my apology. And to all of you watching, I hope that if you had commented something about Janelle that was not, favorable due to this, I really hope that you will go retract that, as I am going to be retracting a change to the original video. I apologize for the stutter. So Reaper, I was going through your most recent like response video, and I'm actually skipping ahead here a little bit because this is further into it than some of the other things that I'll talk about. But here you're talking about the me bringing WTF and you into this. No, I didn't. Nicole did, because there's an audio recording discussing you being on the phone with her for 3 hours and all the things. And it's very different than what you say. You say that there was one screenshot that had absolutely nothing to do with WTF that you looked at for her, and because you have the software and da da da. That's not what Nicole says. I'm going to play you both audios. I'll play yours, what you say, and then I'm going to play what Nicole says.
Somehow, and I'm still trying to figure this out, but somehow Nicole and WTF are now part of this. Something about me and Danelle on the phone with Nicole for hours.
You. Ding dong. You, Reaper. I'll ask you a question, Reaper. I know you'll lie, of course. I don't know why I'm even asking you at this point. How's it feel, Reaper, to know that all the lies you've spread across this platform are coming out and that people are finally seeing through your bullshit because you ran around like a mad psycho trying to cover up here, put out fires there, put out fires. Aren't you exhausted, Reaper, from constantly striking people's channels, trying to silence us? Because you struck me when I made that panel with you because you got busted in about 3 to 4 lies in the first 5 minutes. So you struck it down. You tried to silence me. You did silence Jesse. You tried to silence Shiz Happens. You tried to silence countless other people. And now, when you've been called out for your bullshit, you are now shadily attacking Villain. Is that really the route you want to take, Reaper? You're now going to throw shade at Villain. Villain, the one who had your back, the one who took up for you, lended you their credibility, and you shit all over Villain's trust because Villain lent you more than her shoulders. She lent you her name and you shit all over it. Like, there is no higher form of betrayal than what you did to Villain. Like, I'm angry for her because you sat up there on a panel ridiculing Tammy, knowing full and well you were lying on us. Ridiculing her. That's what got me involved, Reaper, was you scamming Tammy and you lied to her, told her you changed your number, changed your email. It's funny though, Reaper, that when you went to contact her again, you had the same exact phone number. Weird how that happened, huh? No, you were ghosting Tammy because Tammy had reached out to you behind the scenes and tried to handle this privately like an adult. And she told you, I need my money back since you're doing so well. She didn't do it maliciously. She thought, well, Reaper, you're doing better. You're getting all of these donations. You've gotten on your feet. Everything is looking up for you now. And I desperately need leg braces and I can't afford them because I haven't been able to work. So she asked you if you could give that money back since she helped you when you needed it, when you didn't actually need it. Actually, what you did with it was send it to your convict boyfriend. That's why you got so upset about having to give it back. Because by the time she had brought it public, you didn't have a choice. It was either give her her money back or look like a piece of shit for not giving it back. But Tammy tried to handle that privately and you ghosted her for weeks, Reaper, weeks. I've seen the emails she sent you. I also seen the email you sent her begging for the help. You told her you were homeless living in your car with a small, you emphasized small. You said you're living homeless in your car with a small child. You fucking liar. You claim you work. What do you do? Yeah, and she still looks like a piece of shit. Imagine how that works. And you have the audacity to try, quotation around the word try, to drag me, bitch. I have, because I cover Lisa Richard, bitch, I have started this shit. Okay? I started covering Lisa Richard. I covered Lisa Richard before anyone else was covering Lisa Richard. You cannot gatekeep to me, bitch. I am OG, motherfucker. And you tried to kick me out of something I started? Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, no. At least what I did was for a good reason. And at least I was objective and just showed what I found on this platform. I didn't dox anybody. I didn't go real life on anybody. I kept it to this platform. You dumb cunt. And then you have the audacity to attack my friend. She's not just an audience member, Reaper. She's my friend. And I will fight to the death for my friends. Like actual friends. Not friends in the way that you mean friends, because you change friends like most people change underwear. Because you were such a shady snake. You're a disgusting person. And I don't know why your audience didn't drag you all over Kingdom Come when you plastered my kids all across your fucking screen. And dragged my entire family and our trauma across your screen because I stood up to you. And you got fed bad information by a bunch of fucking trolls. And a bitch that's got less credibility than you do. Reaper, did it not occur to you that that ratchet whore had been gone across the entire platform begging people to attack me, and yet you were the only one to take the bait? Didn't you stop and ask yourself why that might be? Didn't you stop and ask yourself, could this be because the person asking me to attack her fabricated evidence, fabricated screenshots, chopped, shopped, and edited shit to make it fit her narrative? That should have occurred to you, but you didn't care because it fit your narrative. You didn't care who it hurt or whose trauma you dragged across your screen, as long as it got you money. Bitch, I could sue you for the shit you said about me. And Moon, that ratchet bitch doesn't realize I could sue the ever loving fuck out of her because she's the one that started all of this. She's a creep and a psychopath. And if you haven't figured that out yet, you will, because once you're no longer useful to her, she will turn around and use you for content. That's why she has no friends. Reaper. That's why she's alone in her little bubble over there and nobody will have anything to do with her. That is why she is so desperate for attention. She goes into any live stream chat she can find, trying to recruit people to attack me for her. She's a psycho. On second thought, no. By all means, continue. Continue to hang out with her. Okay? Because you belong together. Well, yeah. They are know that she will. She'll turn on her like she's turned on everyone else she's ever been associated with on this platform. She's kind of notorious for being a backstabbing hypocrite. That's kind of her thing. And then turning her audience into content. That's kind of what she's known for. Other than being a ratchet whore. And lying about being a nurse. Congratulations, Reaper, for running with information you got from somebody less credible than Lisa Richard. Fuck, Lori Jones has more credibility than that bitch. But you don't vet your shit. You just run with whatever fits your narrative. Good job, dumbass.
Not sure what narrative you're trying to build, but there was one screenshot. It had nothing to do with WTF at all. Nicole just wanted to know if it was altered, and she knew that I had the editing software to look at it to see if it had been altered in any way. That is what that conversation was about. That none of you were involved in that at all. It was simply, hey, I know that you know how to do this. Can you tell me if this was at all altered? I said I will take a look at it. I was already on the phone with Janelle. I asked Janelle, can we do three-way because she needs me to do something really quick. She said yes, and we were talking about it. And then I presented what I found, and I said, yes, this has been altered. Can you see it? And then we used 4 eyeballs other than mine to see if it had been altered. That's it. Had nothing to do with you, Tracy, and it definitely 100% had nothing to do with WTF. So I don't know where all of a sudden she's being thrown into this. No clue at all.
I pointed something out to Krista about those text messages. And by the way, Krista, I'm about to send you some screenshots because I will tell you right now, me, Reaper, and Janelle sat on the phone for 3 hours dissecting those text messages, and we're pretty sure they're botched.
They are bots.
Well, as long as you do not send me naked pictures of her anymore, you can send me whatever you want. Thank you.
So you hear very different stories here. I have to believe Nicole on this one because Nicole has no reason to lie. While I think that there may be some like confusion with the Janelle stuff there based on what I know, I think that there's a little bit of deception with how she was brought into this. I think that a friend hurt a friend and drug her into something. That's what I think when it comes to that. However, I think that you and Nicole, because weirdly you like to lie to your friends that you're friend with Nicole, not all of them, but the closest friend you have, you lied to her about your friendship with her, which is so weird to me. So you drug your friend into something like this, and that's not fucking cool. But I believe Nicole had no reason to lie here. She's just talking to friends, had no idea she was being recorded. And what does she have really to lose to tell these people what happened? You, on the other hand, have everything to lose because this directly ties you to all the Judge Judy stuff. You know, the stuff where a man stranger was sent to a woman's home, all that. And I truly believe, and this is just my opinion, my thoughts, I believe you are much deeper tied to that stuff than we know. I have reason to believe that, and that's just my opinion. But I think you have much deeper roots into all of that than is known. Uh, and I think that Nicole absolutely no reason to lie to her friends about you. You've been brought up in numerous occasions in calls that are public now with Nicole, where she speaks a lot about you and how you guys are close friends. And that's strange to me. But you know what this really says? This means that either you're lying or Nicole is lying. So either you're saying that you're the one being truthful here and Nicole is lying. That means that you are saying that your source of information, because Nicole is a large source of your information. So are you saying that you accept somebody who lies as a source? That's interesting to me. So, and if Nicole's not lying, that means you're lying, which means that you lie. And how can anybody trust anything? Either way this goes, how can people trust what you say if you're saying your source lies or you lie? No matter, somebody's lying here. But I know what you're going to say. Oh, Nicole is not my only source. Come on now. We both know that Nicole is your primary source. So which is it? Are you lying or is she lying? I'd be interested to know this one. And Nicole, listen, you know, we do not get along. But any friend that denies your friendship and hides you, like, isn't like almost like they're embarrassed of you, just like if it were a boyfriend embarrassed of a girlfriend or vice versa, that's no friend, in my opinion. This is just me, no shade, just me saying this as a human being to another human being. Any friend that does that is not a friend. Any friend that's willing to call you a liar if you're not lying is not a friend. You may want to evaluate that. Just saying.
Oh, snap. She's right, though. Like, she threw Nicole under the bus after denying their friendship. Like, here's a video I'm going to bring up that I think is relevant here. And this is the video she got mad about me pulling to see this one. Like, it's, yeah, it gets pretty bad. So, brace yourself for this one.
The killer weapon, a step into me. My words are like weapon real on a record. Yeah.
Involved in this mess. My first encounter.
That was one of his paintings, by the way, that she sold for him, even though, you know, she didn't platform him. She just sold his items on her platform. Oh no, I know who we need to watch. Hold on. This totally mysterious channel that is totally mysterious. Totally mysterious. just I don't know who it is. Like, totally mysterious. Total mystery. No idea. 'Tis a mystery. What is this one? Hmm.
Hey Reaper, what is this? The case has an
warrant open on a case that I've seen here. I did a background thing, and it's saying that there's an active bench warrant, and I was wondering if I could find out if that's currently active. Tara, it might be. I'm not sure if it's under. I also have the case number if that helps. 97.
Okay. Okay, under Tara.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there's a current bench warrant. Bench warrant.
Okay. Is there a way to get? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Defendant failed to appear on 10/16/23. Bond is $525. So you'd have to come.
Uh-oh, Reaper. You might want to take care of that, don't you think? You know, got an active warrant. Question is, how are you working with Rico and all these detectives if you have an active bench warrant? It's weird. You would think you'd want to pay that off, right? All those donations you're getting. But I guess you're so busy sending money to a creep. Hmm. Oh, look at this lie.
Hey Reaper, what is this? The case has an active warrant?
I wanted to find out if there is a warrant open on a case that I've seen here. I did a background thing, and it's saying that there's an active bench warrant, and I was wondering if I could find out if that's currently active. Tara, it might be. I'm not sure if it's under. That could be either.
Spell like that.
I also have the case number if that helps.
Yes, please.
23-T-03297.
Okay. Okay, under Tara.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there's a current bench warrant.
Okay. Is there a way to get? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Defendant failed to appear on 10/16/23. Bond is $525.
There we go. I couldn't get the freaking video to catch up. It was weird. Oh no. Right?
Uploaded it. I took those down a month and a half ago. Go to my videos on my channel and tell me if any of the videos that are titled Lisa Richard, who is Kim Rea, is visible.
Okay, I
And
might.
show it private.
Okay.
But oops, I guess you fucked up. It's just been sitting there for the past 8 fucking months with the wrong information.
Rebecca says you just deleted it.
Nope, sorry, sweetheart. That was deleted. Actually, I took those down a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I corrected it and then I re-uploaded it. I took those down a month and a half ago.
So for those of you who have a hard time catching on, she doxed Kim's sister 8 months ago. She told everyone she corrected it and took it down. Here she admitted to leaving it up for 7 months. Really, it was 8 months, and until this live last week, But still knowingly doxing a woman's name, email, job, and birthday who's not on this app for 7 months is bullshit.
Like I said, every comment has been ignored.
Anyone want to comment on that? You know, all of you watching her could probably say I'm sorry. All of you who actively supported this fucking hag the entire time she was doxing the shit out of my family by dragging them across her fucking computer screen, doxing our trauma, our very real trauma, making fun and laughing about it. Question in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen photographs of my fucking bloody face. I don't want to talk about this, but we're going to. 1 in the chat if you've seen fucking photographs in real time of my fucking bloody face. And my back, by the way. Did you think that was funny too, Reaper? Miss, I'm supposed to be standing up for DV victims. Miss, you're not a victim. I have photographic evidence that I am. Also have documentation that I am, and you fucking ridiculed me for it. Deep cleansing breaths. Do you have any idea what it was like for me being publicly fucking dragged across the internet, all my fucking trauma laid bare across your goddamn screen with all those lies and fabrications, being attacked relentlessly for shit I didn't do? While going through that, mind you. Like I said, cunt, you have no fucking clue what you were talking about. You ignorant bitch. Oh, did you think it was real funny when they doxed me to the person I had the protection order against? Was that funny too, Reaper? And I guess they just grant 2-year protection orders for not victims, right? You ignorant bitch. I guess they just grant those for no good reason. And I also guess that the other 2 victims got granted protection orders also for no good reason, right? Oh, to the person who bought his book, by the way, you bought the book of an abuser. Good job, you piece of shit. Can't with these people. I just can't. I cannot with these people. I fucking can't. Like, the shit they've done to me is just awful. Not to mention what they did to Tammy. Oh, I thought you said that didn't happen.
So she wanted Villain, or Raggedy to be, part of the Go Fund, so when people criticize her over it, she can use Villain and Raggedy's names to defend it. Is this not dry begging for the conference?
No twat waffle, this is what she said.
Log in to the GoFundMe so they can see the money hasn't been touched until I have the money, have enough money to buy the tickets.
I didn't hear her ask either to attach their names to her GoFundMe. She asked for moderation behind the scenes. She wanted someone to have the login to verify if any money was removed or not until the end. What a way to twist shit. Then you commented and asked,
Did you not just make your platform helping Lisa by letting her use your Cash App for scammed money?
well, did you not make your platform as background noise in an Addicts Live? Also using her platform to throw out your Cash App?
I owe this to Lisa technically because I was at 3,400 subs 4.5 months ago. 0.4 thousand subs about 4.5 months ago, and now I'm at 10,100 and something. So thank you, Lisa. This stream is for you.
Yeah.
Hypocrite.
One more time for the people in the back. She sit there and literally built her platform off of making shit up on Lisa Richard. On an addict. Lisa Richard does enough without you having to make shit up. And you said it yourself, your channel, Reaper, was dead as fuck when you started covering Lisa. Yeah. Dead as fuck. And then you started covering her and making shit up and inserting yourself. You asked her to post your GoFundMe in her chat for you. I can't remember which GoFundMe though, Reaper, because you've had so many of them. You have had a fuck ton of GoFundMes for fraudulent reasons. I wonder if you are aware that you could probably be taken to court for theft by deception. They would have an easier time taking you to court than they would Lisa Richard. Because you are an obvious fraud. And I guarantee you, your audience had no idea they were funding a violent murderer. You ignorant ass. But you're so thirsty and so desperate, that's what you're willing to accept for yourself. And it's your judgment that we should go off of, right? I don't think so. No, thank you. Oh, it gets better. Just hang on. It gets better. It gets better. Because this woman has a horrible habit. Let's see. The horology. She even lies about the father of her kid. That's gross. I wonder if she even knows who fathered either one. Crazy bitch, you. I have a couple questions for you. Hi. Hi, Reaper. A Reaper. Yeah. Had a couple questions for you, Reaper. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We have lots of questions. Fuck you, Tara. Like, you are awful. And the fact that you have support at all baffles me. I cannot with you. Oh, crow is not a tasty bird. It isn't. Is it? You know who you are, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. Into that one backfired, didn't it, sweetheart? Well, bless your heart. Fuck you. Fuck anybody who had anything to do with the shit she's been doing to people. Dragging their trauma all the way across the fucking internet. Dragging their deceased pets all the way across the internet. False flagging people. Telling people not to subscribe to people or go watch that person because we don't like them. Fuck you. And fuck everyone who laughed at my trauma. Because, I don't know, in the next week or two, I'm gonna post those photographs. I'm gonna fucking post them. Matter of fact, no, I think I'm gonna send them to someone and let them decide which ones they want to use and which ones they don't. That might be too graphic to share on the internet. We don't attack victims, my ass.
So I read on Discord where you said that when you were pregnant, you told Robbie the day you found out. He freaked out, it wasn't his. And then he left and came back and came to terms and said it was his. And then y'all were together for 6 months and broke up. Well, I have a question. Your daughter was born in November, right? So that means that you conceived in February. So you would have found out probably mid-March sometime. That means that you would have broke up in like September, October. So my question is if he married his wife in May, where do you come in? Because see, they got together in October of '94 and married in May of '95, and I don't see much room for you to be dating him in there. So you're claiming that y'all broke up after they were married and moved to Texas? 4 or 5 months after they were married and moved to Texas. But I thought when he left, you never saw him again. So how the hell could you break up with someone you never saw and spoke to again? Or we can go with your YouTube version. You told him that you were pregnant and he freaked out and left a sticky note on your door. But then no, that wasn't him. You blamed that on his wife.
And technically, did we even break up? Like, I just moved to Georgia because I thought he wrote the sticky note. And I find out who wrote the sticky note
It was that dumb girl who wanted to break us up.
So did he say the baby was his? To date him. Unfortunately, really what it comes down to is you were either A, lying, which we know you do about everything, or B, you're a whore. I mean, it's probably both, but I figured I'd ask you. Or maybe we should take this time and explain what really happened. Because you say that it's only you and your alleged husband were the only ones there, but there were other people there. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to address. You said that their marriage was annulled 6 months after they were married.
So
They got divorced like 6 months later. They got divorced. They got
No, wrong. Again. They were married in May of 95. He didn't until December of 96. They were married for almost 2 years. And not only did she have to get a divorce from him, but she sent the divorce papers to him and he sent them back. She had to send them back again. So, okay, so back to other accounts and accounts that made more sense to me when I talked to people. I'm not arguing that you didn't sleep with Robbie because I heard you got around back then. In fact, Robbie wasn't the first guy that you claimed to be pregnant by, even though I think it was your YouTube where you said, I wouldn't just have any man's baby.
I wouldn't have kept just any man's baby. I kept the baby because it was yours.
Baby, I think you were trying to have any man's baby, but for some reason honed in on Robbie.
Yeah. Kind of like those wives weren't very happy when their husbands brought home things they didn't send them after. When they brought home gifts that just kept giving, yeah, they weren't happy about it. I gotta go put the clothes in the dryer. I'll be right back. I should be back by the time this video gets done.
What you did. Those other 3 men, you gave them a gift that they brought home to their wives, who were very upset about that. Upset enough that they went to their husband's commanding officers, and all 3 of them did get reprimanded for it. Now here's where your crazy comes in. You wanted Robbie to leave his wife, and he had no desire to leave his wife because you were just easy. A mistake. I know that may hurt your feelings, but I really think that's something that you need to accept. Because the fact is that they were so ready to leave that they shipped their shit to Texas before getting his discharge papers. They were literally living out of suitcases and what they could pack in their car. So as soon as he got those discharge papers, they packed everything in the car and left. Not to mention in the middle of the night, because they were worried what you were going to do to try to stop them. Listen, girl, nobody wants your man or that man but you. But the fact is
a mistake he'd regret all his life.
I gotta see you.
This is gonna stop.
No, it's not gonna stop. It's gonna go on and on.
She keeps calling the apartment.
Hello?
Every time Beth answers the phone, she hangs up. I'm scared, Jimmy.
You play fair with me? Do you have an affair with her? I'll play fair with you.
I don't want to lose my family.
What could you do that?
Now, you're scared of me, aren't you? Your face, gutless, heartless, spineless.
Call the police.
Whatever resentment she's feeling, she's probably got it out of her system.
You can.
Like, so please quit telling people that it was some whirlwind romance, first love bullshit, because the fact is that you were overly infatuated and obsessed with this man who was overly infatuated and obsessed with his wife. You couldn't stand it then, and you think you won something now. Not some fairy tale where you met back up 20 some odd years later and got back together, because the fact is you were never together. And here will be your reply, because it's all you can say. That is misinformation. Those are not facts. Well, they 100% are, and I can prove every single one of them, from their marriage certificate to their divorce certificate to accounts on people who were there. Quit lying. You look stupid. And for those who are okay with someone who calls out every shortcoming of their own on other people, that's fine. It's okay that she's with this murderer. I don't judge her for her husband's crimes. I judge her for being a liar and lying about a very serious crime. But since we're okay with murdering, domestic violence, animal abuse, credit card fraud, shoplifting, grifting, victim blaming, uh, causing resurfaced trauma by lying and saying that he's getting out, you can now add you agree with adultery, because that's exactly what it was. It was nothing more than a side piece.
Whew. Okay, I'm back. Did we get the point yet? I had to put clothes in the dryer and then put more in the laundry. Man, laundry is one of those things that you never get done with. Like, you could do laundry like around the clock and never get it done. Okay. This one right here is also important. Mm. Let me look.
kitchen in the dock and attacked Robbie with a baseball bat.
Again, it was a child's foam Nerf bat which weighs 7 ounces. A far difference from a baseball bat which weighs 35.
Who the other was.
Genevieve knew it was Robert because she screamed for him to stop by his name. He knew who Genevieve was. He not only told a coworker he wanted to get rid of her, he wrote it down in the plan of action letter he left behind.
His cousin assumed Robbie was a robber, and Robbie thought, because he was being attacked, he had went into the wrong.
He was
She cousin. She felt was revenge for kicking her out earlier today.
Robert's wife fled in November after an unsuccessful attempt to kidnap his wife at her place of employment. A report for that attack was finalized just before murder.
With her in October, at his setup, and caused him his life, as well as
Bitch, quit flagging me. Quit it. You're not gonna silence me. You're not gonna fucking silence me. Since somebody wanted to play games, we're gonna play that video again. You're not gonna, no. Your audience deserves to hear this.
Thanksgiving that same year.
It's not your story, and the only lies being told have come from you.
His cousin was in the house alone, sleeping, when Robbie walked in the side door.
Liar! He crawled in through an unlocked window. His wife was aware to get help.
His wife called and woke him up saying someone was breaking in.
There was no phone call. The phone had been disabled.
That's when his cousin entered the kitchen in the dock and attacked Robbie with a baseball bat.
Again, it was a child's foam Nerf bat which weighs 7 ounces. A far difference from a baseball bat which weighs 35. 6 times heavier.
Neither knew who the other was.
Genevieve knew it was Robert because she screamed for him to stop by his name. He knew who Genevieve was. He not only told a coworker he wanted to get rid of her, he wrote it down in the plan of action letter he left behind.
His cousin assumed Robbie was a robber, and Robbie thought, because he was being attacked. He had went into the
That's already the third different way you've told this story, Reaper. There's no way to vindicate your boyfriend, not husband, for what he did. And the fact that you're victim blaming, you legitimately blame the victim of your boyfriend for being Minecrafted. Anything to vindicate your violent boyfriend. Oh, like how many different ways are you going to tell this story, Reaper? Because you were willing to tell it anyway, but the truth. And the truth is, he planned out the Minecrafting of his wife. You know, his wife, the one he actually married, the one he actually loved. Because, Reaper, if he loved you, he wouldn't have left you pregnant. He would have married you when he knocked you up. And it wouldn't have taken 20 years of hunting him down to find him if he loved you. He wouldn't have been on countless dating websites if, in fact, he loved you. I have to question whether or not he even knows he's in a relationship with you. Because he does not act like a man who knows he's in a committed relationship. He acts like he's a single man looking for a relationship. And you lied to Villain and told her he was not on this platform. Yes, he is. He's on social media, and you damn well know it. How many dating profiles does he have, Reaper? I bet you did. I bet you told Villain that was a lie too, didn't you? Oh, but it's not. It's not. He's on multiple dating sites. Right, Dave? And he could not have done a crime of passion because he packed a backpack. He wrote a list down, you dumb bitch. He literally wrote out with ink and paper, wrote out his plan, detail by gruesome detail, about how he was going to kindernap her, how he was going to tie her up. He brought the tools to do so. Then he was going to Minecraft her. He wrote out sewer slide letters and couldn't decide which one to leave. He wrote 4 separate sewer slide letters. All of them claiming his innocence in it all. She left him because he was abusive and had beaten her. But leave it to you to white knight for a wife beater. And then cry DV supporter. I can't stand the fact that you went around this platform trying to get in good with Villain and claimed you were white knighting for DV survivors while attacking one. Not just one, 3 of us you have attacked. Very real victims, unlike yourself. And I really hope that Villain DMs me so I can send her the pictures. Because if she were to DM me, I could send her several pictures that absolutely vindicate me. But I don't think I have to do that anymore because I think she understands now what actually is going on and what actually was done to me. Hey, Horseface. Not Reaper, the other one. Hey, Horseface. You know who you are. Dum Dum Bear. There's something you attempted to do recently and it has backfired. Astronomically. I cannot wait for you to figure out what that is. Because you deserve it. You deserve to be dragged all the way across this platform for what you did and what you took part in doing. And I, for one, cannot wait to see that happen. Because there are some things you have done that were inexcusable. There is no vindicating some of the shit you did to me. And I cannot wait for all of that to come out. And it will. There's no stopping this one. Everyone is going to know what you did. And not just to me. You've done this to countless people. And what you did to me was just the catalyst for other people coming forward. Because they were like, that was sick. That was disgusting. That made my stomach turn. I can't believe she did that. Those were some of the words used in regard to you. And everything I'm talking is on this platform. Is going to be done on this platform. I'm not talking real life. I'm talking you are about to get exposed for your bullshit behavior. And the things you've done to people behind the scenes. Including what you did to your buddy. That she doesn't even know about yet. But when she finds out that you did that, she's going to be pissed. And I would not want to be you. I'll put it that way. I would never do that to someone I called friend, let alone someone I called my best friend. I would feel sorry for you, but you deserve everything. And karma is a bitch. You can't just go around slandering people and attacking them and doing the shit that you did to me and others and get away with it forever. Someone will eventually catch on and start archiving your bullshit. And much like with Reaper here, they will eventually release it once they gotten everything they need to get. to make their point. I cannot believe that you went to the extents that you went to ruin my name. You are disgusting. But then again, you already know that. That's why you cannot maintain relationships. Well, try and, yeah, that's fair, Fallen. But let's be honest, Fallen. She tried everything in her power to completely ruin my life at the expense of two innocent people, by the way. I will be vindicated. And so will they. The things you did were inexcusable. There is no excuse under the sun that could possibly validate what you did. You deserve to lose your job. You deserve to be investigated. At the minimum, you deserve to get involuntarily committed for some of the shit you did. And at the very least, you deserve to sit your ass in jail for some of it, 2 or 3 of those things. Because you attempted to cause very real harm on an already bad situation. And all the while you and Reaper were attacking me, you knew full and well that I could not legally come on here and defend myself yet. You knew that, and you attacked me because I could not defend myself. You are a weak bitch. I just want you to know that.
The wrong house because he was that drunk.
He confessed he was there to kidnap his wife.
She knew it was Robbie. She figured the cousin would beat him up, which she felt was revenge for kicking her out earlier that day.
Robert's wife fled in November. Broken into her house the day after Thanksgiving, where he attempted to attack them both with a knife. The report for that attack was finalized just hours before the
the act of a defendant or their associates continuing to intimidate, threaten, or harass, which includes public humiliation, spreading rumors, making false accusations about the victim. In a criminal case, even after...
What was that? Horse face? The harassment of a victim? Do you know that's a crime? What you've done to me could be considered all of that, by the way. Did you also know that that's criminally chargeable? Especially if you dox my federally protected address to my abuser that I have an active 2-year PFA against.
The trial has concluded, which is a serious legal federal offense and can result in additional charges against the perpetrator, a parole or probation revocation, arrest or seeking the arrest of another person in connection with this federal offense. Attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisonment, up to 3 years or both.
Version number 2, self-defense.
All the lights out. Robbie was smashed over the head by a metal bat.
At the foot of the bed, investigators observed a light blue Nerf-type bat.
Thinking he entered the wrong house, he went into self-defense mode. He grabbed whatever was in the sink, a potato peeler, and stabbed his attacker 3 times.
The bloodstains in the center of the bedroom also had smear marks, which appeared to be drag marks leading from the center of the bedroom towards the door leading to the kitchen. Investigators also observed laying on the floor 2 bloodstained knife blades, which have been broken off at the handles, and both blades were bent. A third bloodstained knife, which had been broken off at the handle, was observed laying the bed near the foot end. A fourth bloodstained knife, a dinner knife, was observed laying on the floor of the bedroom near the clothes closet.
His wife screamed. He told her she set him up and will tell the police. He then called 9 to the police.
Gomez stated that he was asleep when Robert's wife had awakened him and had told him that Robert had broken into Jenny's house. She saw Robert's wife on the phone calling the law.
Eyewitness accounts.
Mr. Gomez went to the Finn residence and observed Robert fleeing out the back and robbing Mr. Gomez. Mr. Gomez stated that Robert chased him back to his residence where they struggled. He saw Robert crawled under his truck but fled when Deputy Irwin arrived. Mrs. Gomez saw her husband running back to their residence and that Robert was chasing her husband. After a struggle, Robert went and hid by the pickup. Mrs. Gomez stated that Robert ran when Deputy Irwin showed up. Robert's wife stated she saw Robert chasing Mr. Gomez back from the Finn residence after Mr. Gomez had gone to the Finn residence to aid Genevieve. She also stated that she saw Robert hiding by a vehicle and then ran from Deputy Irwin when he first arrived. Gomez J. witnessed part of the struggle at the residence and witnessed Robert flee as Deputy Irwin, a passenger in the patrol vehicle, observed the suspect flee from Deputy Irwin and also witnessed Deputy Irwin chasing the subject.
He was charged with manslaughter.
Robert Hernandez Jr. was charged with capital murder on December 1, 1996 at 1:54 a.m. The evidence was overwhelming. No lesser charge was ever given.
She told detectives Robbie tried kidnapping her, turning it from manslaughter to capital.
Robert indicated to investigators that he had gone to the Finn residence for the purpose of kidnapping his wife. Deputy Schumann examined and removed items from the red backpack, which had been discarded by Hernandez moments prior to his arrest. Schumann found various items to be consistent with a plan to kidnap a person, the handwritten letters, and then items that could be used to restrain a person.
He sat 2 years in county fighting the capital murder charge, until his public defender told him he either signs the plea deal for capital murder or he will get the death penalty.
The public defender gave him the best possible advice due to the mountain of evidence, suggesting the public defender was incompetent, and that this was somehow forced is absurd.
Explain to me again, Reaper, how this was A, a crime of passion, B, an accident, or C, he didn't mean to do it, she set him up. How did she set him up? When he had a backpack with her sewer slide letters he had wrote, objects used to restrain, objects used in people napping, and a Minecrafting tool. No, he completely intended on people napping her and then taking her life. And the fact that you want to blame the victim of DV for him Minecrafting her cousin And then you want to victim shame the person's child because he's in prison where he deserves to be because he violently Minecrafted that woman. Violently. And then violently attacked the other guy that was outside that tried to help her. You are disgusting for trying to validate what he did. And excusing what he did. Excusing the DV he very clearly committed. Excusing the very violent way in which he Minecrafted someone. And then blaming the victims. And their children, by the way. How anyone ever believed you were a decent fucking person, I will never know. You are disgusting. And I am so glad that people are finally understanding that.
I said one thing that the family told me. Now I'm a liar because it's not what the police report said.
Fraud Eater Report, aka Tara's third version. In an attempt to justify her alleged husband's crime, she made a story that the victim had a daughter that was being SA'd, and that he committed this brutal assault and murder due to blinding rage he felt for a child SA victim. Facts. Not only was there zero abuse, the victim did not have a daughter. Tara Reaper made up this version in an effort to make her husband look like a hero and justify his crimes for the assault and murder of young, petite, 20-year-old mother of two. This not only degrades the victims, but it attempts to revoke the trauma of SA victims as whole. Only a woman blinded by delusional and obsession could create such a tasteless and vile lie. Making up such a story can take away the credibility of future SA victims. Something she knows but could care less about. Shame on you, Tara.
Plus, there's been no record about that happening.
I swore not to say anything, but wanted to tell you. I try not to reveal too many secrets.
It just sounds like an excuse to try and justify it.
I'm not sure how CPS worked in 1996, or if it would be in the system since it was only a complaint that never was looked into, because a week later the accused was dead. I try not to believe Robbie would lie about SA and children. He's not that kind of person.
I'm not saying the abuse didn't happen, but it's wrong to use that abuse to justify the murder.
This is one reason I didn't say anything. I didn't want you to think I'm making excuses, because I'm not. It's added info, and nothing more. Regardless of anything, what Robbie did was wrong.
But it's not added info. What happened to the self-defense? If that is true, that's what caused the rage. Why didn't he ever mention that to the cops?
Haven't spoken to his dad about that. I don't know shit, I wasn't there.
That's right, you weren't. And it's what you should have been saying all along. But instead you let the crazy step in and rattled off some psychobabble bullshit about a setup, self-defense, and even made up an imaginary daughter that was SA'd. You crazy bitch.
What happened to the self-defense story? Why are you still trying to blame the ex-wife? You saw the reports, you saw that he gave a written statement. Meaning to everything, including the plan to kidnap, rape, and kill his ex. I'm sorry, it just sounds like a made-up story to try and justify the murders while still blaming the ex-wife. I don't want stories that can't be proved. He admitted to everything. How are you just going to ignore all of the reports and evidence and continue to blame the ex? I hate that it's as bad as it is, but you're going to have to face the fact and stop blaming the ex. I'm sorry, but I don't accept the story of this rage against Genevieve. After everything that's been said, all of a sudden, there's a story that pops up saying he had raged because of her abusing her daughter. It doesn't add up.
I have.
No, you have not. You are still blaming the ex. As long as you continue to blame the ex, that shows that you have not accepted the facts. Are you going to even acknowledge my last text? Experience, I have always stood by you and supported you as a friend. So I deserved the truth.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Looks like she's not going to take accountability. Imagine that.
has recruited a couple and adding more lies. I'm thankful they keep claiming everything they posted is factual when
It is.
in fact it is not. It helps me more than they know when they claim that, especially when they cannot even get simple facts correct. As in there were no children in the home.
Yes, there was. You just think because you have bullied him off the internet that's not going to be proven, right? Shiz isn't going to release her interviews, nor am I, not for a twat like you. Both victims remember and have stated that he was there, dredging up their trauma or asking them to do anything to prove you wrong is something no one is going to do, but there are other ways, and it's coming. Especially since you've spread this rumor and it's beginning to pick up traction. What were the 3 stories about how the murder occurred not bad enough, Reaper? You vile bitch.
And she was his cousin. His dad and her mom are siblings, making them first cousins. Oh wait, that's right. No one can find that info on Ancestry that it couldn't be true.
You know, Ancestry is usually pretty spot on. But then to actually say that the family is lying about being related, you're weird for continuing this. You know that, right?
They make us laugh.
You and Robbie talking anything Genevieve shouldn't include laughing.
Absolutely love that they believe we are not really married.
You're not.
We both laugh about it. They are so upset over not being able to get their hands on our marriage certificate.
No one's upset. No one cares, because if you had it, you'd show it. I mean, someone purposely threw out some bullshit information about your divorce, and you took that bait, jumped and showed your divorce.
And we made it so they can't. It's fun, honestly. They also want PPL to believe I met him on a prison temple site.
Well, that doesn't apply to me. I've never said that.
Dad, the daughter, who was a year old when his crime happened, reunited us 26 years after his crime. They love leaving that part out.
First of all, to get into how y'all were reunited, that means that we would have to bring up your daughter. Do you really, really want me to do that? I also have to tell him about his reaction the first time he saw you. You may be a nasty bitch, but we're all not.
They would prefer to support thee, who is on social media, than ignoring a man who has never been on social media.
Oh my God, he is on fucking social media. You liar.
And they spread mostly lies and misinformation on him.
Has spread any misinformation or lies about him. Anyways, he is not the point. What do you not get? Why are you so slow? You are the problem.
Did you see all those screenshots of her supposed husband? Yeah, that was his social media pages and his dating website pages. You daft whore. I thought he wasn't on social media, Reaper. It looks like he's on social media to me because those were his dating site profiles and his social media profiles. He absolutely is on social media. You're fucking dumb. And careless, reckless, slanderous, and a liar. And you, ma'am, have got to be stopped. Because the damage you are causing people, it cannot continue. It cannot. Because you have gaslit and manipulated your entire audience for far too long. And it's high time for people to truly get a real good picture of who you actually are and what you have actually done to people on this platform. You are a fucking bully. And the fact that you want to get up on your page and throw shade at Villain for not sweeping your shit under the rug for you is bullshit. Did you honestly expect Villain to get behind the bullshit you have done? Did you honestly expect her to back you when you have sat here and lied and slandered and defamed people? And actually attacked a fucking DV victim. Actually, if you want to get technical with it, you've attacked 3 in that one situation. Oof. Did y'all hear that little woof? Listen. You heard the little woof? Gandalf's dreaming. You hear him? Oof. Hey. Hey. Your little paws are moving. Hey. You have a bad dream? Huh? You have a bad dream? You woofing? Hey. Gandalf. Good night, Harry. I ain't far behind you myself. I've got an early morning tomorrow. Reeker. You are a vile piece of shit. And I cannot wait for the rest of your fuck shit behavior to come out. Because your audience doesn't realize it, but this isn't even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to you. There is so much more about to come out. Get ready to take some accountability. Good night, Harry. As for me, I'm done with you for the night. I'm gonna go on to something else for a few minutes. Lori, quit that. It's fucking disgusting. Nobody wants your gunky, fucking nasty ass tongue.
Ow!
It's part of the medicine. That's all. It's okay. It's okay. It's a reaction to the medicine, you guys. That's all. Okay, we're good. Well, you know, maybe. Yeah. Let me show you how I get down real quick. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. What kind of medication? Medication that probably, I don't know. It's probably Benadryl. I don't know. Trying to figure it out. I'm trying to map the math.
You don't want what? Meth? Bitch, meth is not a medication. Did you take too many Adderall again? Yeah, that'll do exactly what you're doing right now. How many fucking Addies did you eat, Lori? Fucking crack whore. You just... Benadryl ain't making you act like a fucking meth head.
It is fantastic. I know a lot of people sleeping on some shit though. Keep sleeping on it. But my girl's seen what Lori got for Mother's Day, and that's for sure. So again, you sleep on that, Bookie. They saw with their own eyes. I mean, I don't need to share my notes or my gifts that are given to me, nor my texts that were even sent to me. Is that any of your fucking business? But go ahead. You keep thinking nothing happened. Absolutely. You just know this is the best Mother's Day ever. So sleep on it, Bookie. I don't give a fuck.
Keep in mind, you just said this is the best Mother's Day ever. One of your kids is in state. The other one was with Andy, and neither one of them want anything to do with you. And that necklace you keep trying to claim was from one of your kids. You've had that necklace for years. At least 2. Did you forget you wore that last year? Did you forget that last year? Bitch, ain't nobody get you nothing for Mother's Day. You are a piece of shit. You're not a fucking mother. You are an egg donor who has ABUSED her kids regularly. Bitch, you don't even need a dog in your care. Ain't nobody sleeping on shit. We just don't like you.
Where were your kids, though? Oh. Never mind. You guys were probably...
I got news for you, Lori. You come anywhere near mine and your ass is locked up. You can stay the fuck away from mine. You fucking whack job.
Probably in the bathroom together. Probably, yeah.
What the fuck did you just say? You just asked somebody where their kids were and said that they were probably in the bathroom together. You sick bitch. Did nobody catch that? So everybody's okay with her just saying that somebody's kids is in the bathroom together? You fucking sicko. You don't need to be around any kids ever.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. It really is. My kids will always learn to say no to drugs. That's for sure. That's for sure. We don't fuck around. That's
Oh,
what we don't.
really? Is that why one of your kids was on camera smoking marijuana vape that you gave her? You know you could do jail time for that, Lori. For giving a kid a vape, especially a vape with marijuana oil in it. So I guess their education doesn't mean anything to you because the oldest you didn't make go to school ever. Do you realize how far behind you put your kid because you just allowed her to skip school every day? You don't realize how important an education actually is if she ever wants to do anything with her life. If you gave a damn about your kids, you would have made her go to school. But they didn't want to go to school, did they, Lori? Why? Because you embarrassed them. They get bullied for your fuck shit on TikTok. You are a laughing stock.
Don't do. So, with that being said,
Yeah, fatty. Continue to shove yet more French fries in your fucking tubby face. You've gained about 100 pounds in the last 2 months. All that DoorDash and all those coffees, all those Starbucks coffees, all those fast food DoorDashes. You look 80 months pregnant.
so again, it was a great Mother's Day.
Yeah, because you didn't spend them with your kids. Because you secretly resent them and you fucking hate your own kids. It's no secret, Lori, that you can't stand your kids because when they're around, you don't get any attention. And it's also no secret that you're jealous of them. You're jealous of them with Andy because Andy didn't care about you, he only cared about them. And you're fucking jealous of them. That's why you try to be them all the fucking time by dressing in fucking clothes 12 sizes too little for you. You are disgusting. Anyway, guys, I'm done. I've got a long day ahead of me. If you pray, please pray for us this week. Pray with everything you've got that we get justice. And peace. More than anything, we need peace and closure. Closure would be nice. Justice would be great. Peace would be amazing. So if you do pray, pray for us. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Stay safe out there. Be kind to yourself and to each other. And have a good day. Bye.